Welcome to Walton Thirds, the third instalment of live Palashield virtual cricket. Sees our newly formed third team, captained by Mick Berry, playing against BAC Preston seconds in Division 6. There you have the Walton lineup of Mick Berry, young Matt Simmons, the legend that is Bob Nuttall, Christian Bolton, Lee St Louis, Steve Murby, Bob Simmons wicket keeping, Sid Vahaluala, Owen Ayton, Long Tom Gregson and young Matt Berry. BAC team, the evergreen Nihal Gurasinghe, played a long time in the Palashield for various clubs, Phil Atherton, Maruf Hashmi, Chandan Dafali, hopefully get these pronunciations right, Alex Thornton, well easy to pronounce, George Sheldon, Jay Vara, Ryan Foy, Tony Cunningham, who's captain, Alan Thornton, wicketkeeper, and Phil Parkinson. So there's the two lineups. Back at the virtual rec, there's Jim Walmsley for Walton thirds versus BAC Preston seconds. Wonder what happened at the all-important toss. So, Mick Berry and Tony Cunningham. Who won the toss? BAC Preston won the toss. And what are they going to do? They decide to have a bat, so BAC Preston will bat first on this rec wicket, and Walton will be bowling. So here we go.
Yep,
Tom dropping one in early, using that height. Nihal getting it away down to fine leg for a single, and he's off the mark to Big Tom. That's better from Tom, better line, beats the outside edge. But a good over so far from Tom, only 3 runs from it. Oh, that's nicely picked up though by Atherton, finds the gap just backward a square, this time it runs away for the first boundary of the game. From the trees end, young Master Matt Berry, son of Captain Mick.
Waiting.
Good start by Berry Jr.
Yep.
Short and wide, and he's not going to miss out on that though. You can be a blocker all you like, you're going to put them away, and he does in fine style backwards of square. Beats Gregson to the boundary. Pitch it up. We've often seen Tom get wickets when he pitches it up and uses his height. Will we see more of that? Oh, that's a testing length though. Atherton pushed on the back foot and beaten on the inside edge. Might be why Tom's looking at that length. He does, and hits Gurasinghe there. Doesn't seem very phased about it. Oh. Well, to say Gurasinghe is labelled as a blocker, it's a tremendous shot into the car park, 1 bounce 4, over the top of cover, and maybe Tom really needs to think about this length and look to attack the stumps a little bit more. 6 off the first over. That's slightly better, still a little bit wide, but possibly not wide enough to cut there by Atherton. That was a better line of length, but Atherton looks like he wants to get on with this. Smashed over the top of extra, down towards the picnic tables. I believe Mac Morris won't be joining us at the picnic tables with the dart fruits today. I'm sure there'll be somebody else down there later though.
Yep.
And again, Atherton flicks this over the top of square leg and looks in imperious form. Somebody goes and retrieves that from the car park, and BAC really looking to get on with this. that's a really good line from Matt. Good response. Interesting to see Owen Ayton starting around the wicket. That's timed the pants off that. Again, Atherton jumped on that early. Wonder if Owen might be rethinking this round the wicket line. Looks like he needs to get it more on off stump. There you go, he's come over the wicket now and instantly finds a better line and length. Big Bob Simmons behind the stumps doing the business there. It's like another change of bowling. This time Sid Vahalawala with his non-spinning spin. And again, he's also coming around the wicket. Interesting. Now then, looks like it pitched outside leg to me. Must have hit the pad first because it looks like it went on to hit the bat afterwards.
Yep.
Got that over the top again. Atherton playing shots all around the wicket. Managed to get that over the top and down to the third man boundary. Looking in fine for him. We've got 3 Saturday teams, Mr. Warren. This being the third of them. They dispensed with the leg slip and moved him round to a short gully.
Yep.
But again, leg stump line. And they're coming back for 2. Oh, they've got stuck in the middle. Oh, now then. Oh, that's disastrous running. Miscommunication, saw both men stranded in the middle of the wicket. And the throw was a good one, and Vahalawala takes the stumps, and that's the first wicket for Walton. A tragic mix-up and a run out. Good return, and Vahalawala did the rest. With what looks like Atherton, the stranded man. Which is a shame because he was looking in really good form, but Walton and Mick Berry in particular will be delighted with that breakthrough. It is indeed. Steve Murby with a great throw from the outfield. Atherton 25 off 22, and is that the breakthrough Walton needed? Maruf Hashmi coming in now.
Yep, catch it.
It's gone over the top. Gurusingha seems to have taken over where Atherton left off, and he's knocked one down to the trees for 4. Quality shot. Gurusingha jumped on that, just marginally short. Managed to rock onto the back foot. They're coming back for 2. They're looking at it. It looks to be dawdling a little bit on the second. It looks like he's got in. Looks safe to me, but you never know with the third umpire. That's not out, but dangerous running there, dawdling on that second one, nearly got him, nearly caught him. And if Mr. Berry might want to change his field a bit and try and put a bit of a strangle on, make them hit over the top.
Yep.
There you go. False shot from Hashmi, and Zahid Vahalawala gets his first wicket. Caught at cover. Hashmi going for the big shot. Dragged down a little bit by Sid there. Maybe that's what put Hashmi off a bit, but a safe catch. Running backwards.
The batsman leaving the field.
And Matt Simmons takes the catch. Bowled Zahid Vahalawala. 49 for 2 BAC, and this really could be the turning point of the match for Walton. That's a wonderful shot by Gurusingha. Batsman had crossed. Considering he's considered a blocker by his own teammates, he's really looked fluid today as Gurusingha. Never seen him play shots like this around the park before, but always a first time for everything. A little bit wider, and he's gone over the top this time. Pressure was building, but he's got away with that one and he sits it down to the entrance for 4 runs over the top of extra cover. Fine shot to get off the mark. Little shuffle down the wicket. hit through the line of the ball, and magnificent shot. Don't want to be cutting balls from there.
Yep.
But then it was a little bit straighter, and he's jumped on that and timed magnificently out to the square leg boundary by Gurasinghe, and looked in really good form. Lovely hands there. And to say there was a man out on the boundary out there, he didn't get anywhere near that. But Mick staying true to his development of the younger players, giving them all a go. Oh! Father Bob drops one off Matt. He'll not be happy about that.
It.
That's out into the deep. Man out there, he's dropped it. Oh no, that's terrible. 2 drops in 2 balls off Simmons. Well, things really not going Maltnydale's way here. That would have been a huge wicket. 2 drops in the over, and he hopefully won't be too disheartened by that. Oh, now then, there's a peel there. Pushed it through a little bit. Not out. Might have hit him just outside the line potentially. Jim Walmsley reluctant to put his finger up.
Yep, catch.
A bit wider by Matt. Hit out into the deep, but he's got protection there. Sid out there with a strong arm. Oh, that's a wonderful bit of fielding by Sid. We know he's got a great arm from the deep, and he's proved it again with a superb throw. And whilst there's been 2 drop catches, that's a smart bit of fielding from someone we've always known had a rocket arm. Young Simmons does the rest, takes off the bails, and that's BAC with another run out. And is it the big wicket of Gurasinghe? Looks like it to me.
The player dividing the field, run out.
2 of the set batsmen run out, which is tragic really. But a good innings from Gurasinghe of 33, but really could have took that on. Alex Thornton coming into bat now. Oh, it's wonderful bowling from young Simmons. Can he create the error again? And can the fielders hold the catch this time, more importantly? Only 6 overs left after this over, and probably need to get a bit of a move on.
Yep.
Oh, that's a brave shot. Taking that one off middle stump. Oh, now then, has Sid done it again? Wonderful return. And, oh, that's close. That is really close. Is this a 3rd run out? It is. 3 run outs, and got to say, looks like BAC will be kicking themselves at some of these dismissals. Needless, but Sid with that rocket arm, and George Sheldon left hand back coming in now.
Yep.
He dug that one out on the sweep there. And they're coming back for 2 again. Oh no, terrible running again. What is going on in this BAC lineup? Has he actually managed to scramble back here? That's touch and go. Is Sheldon joining the others? No, he's not. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. They really do need to put their foot on the gas a little bit now. Oh, that's a wonderful ball by Bahalawala, and he really has shone in this game so far. Just held its line. Sheldon tried to turn it to the leg side, and carnage. Stumps everywhere. That's another breakthrough for Wontley-Dale. And young Matt Berry comes on, this time from the higher Walton Road end. The 3rd of his 4 overs. Oh, and gets a wicket first ball, a was an edge there, and there is. And BAC are all over the place. Back of a length by Youngberry there, and Bob Simmons does the rest behind the stumps. Safe hands.
And the departing batsman for the batting
And
team.
Thornton goes for 8, leaving BAC at 88 for 6, and all at sea.
Yep.
Berry goes for the Yorker, but Foy picks out really well for his first ball and whips it through square leg for 4. Superb shot considering the circumstances. But they need a few more of those if they're going to get to a defendable target here. I think Berry looks a bit upset with his son Matt there, but that's not unusual. Oh, that's great bowling. A little bit of nip away from Youngberry there. He's really come back well in this second spell. If he pitches it up, we know he gets wickets. And again, it's into the deep. Oh, it's a wonderful catch, and there's Gregson's reward for pitching it up. Hit out to long off. And Foy goes. Well, they needed to hit out, and that's the problem. That's a, whoa, what a catch. One-handed, on the run. Murby takes another. That was superb. Oh. It's a very testing line from Gregson. It looked short and leg side, but almost held its line and just went over the top of middle stump. With this Walton bowling, I'm not sure that is going to be achieved.
Yep, catch it!
Well, that's a start. Vara picks that up in one bounce just inside the boundary. Down to the picnic tables, and Youngberry's gone for 4 first ball. It was a wicket first ball last over, 4 this over. Finisher. What's been a good spell for the youngster. And unfortunately that's a bit wide. It's out into the deep. One bounce. Now Sid's dropped the ball out and come back for 2. That's shoddy fielding from someone who's been superb all day. And young Matt won't be happy with that finish, but decent spell of 4 overs from young Matt Berry there. So, last over, BAC at 104 for 7. Can they get up to somewhere near 120?
Yep.
They've gone over the top. Cunningham's found the gap. That's a good start to this last over. Gregson again a little bit back of the length, but Cunningham's got his hands through that, giving a little bit of width. It's a magnificent shot, proper cricket shot. Over the top of cover point and finds the boundary down towards the playground. Oh, much better line, back of a length again. Pitched up by Tom, and Vara's got that over. Backward square leg. Is that a 6? Has that hit the boundary on the full? We'll not know, because unfortunately we've not been shown the signal the umpire gave. It's the end of the innings. Those last 2 really did push on a little bit and got up to something defendable at least. And 117, so it was 6 off the last ball. 117 for 7. Something defendable there for BAC, but how will Walton go about this chase? And here come Mick Berry and young Matt Simmons.
Change of bowling. The medium pacer is coming into the
George
attack.
Sheldon to open up from the higher Walton Road end. Right, left arm round. And Mick Berry to face.
Yep.
Short and wide, and Mick Berry isn't going to miss out on that to get off the mark. Single down to third man. And the chase of this target of 118 is underway.
Yep. Catch it!
He's gone over the top. That's a wonderful shot by Berry. 2 bounces into the side screen. 4 runs to end the over.
Yep. Catch
Simmons has gone over the top, has he got it? Just got it over the fielder. Runs away up there to the picnic tables. 4 runs. Nice aggressive shot by young Simmons. Likes pace onto the bat. And certainly left the bat with pace as well.
Yep.
He's not got away with that one though. Same again, short and wide, and Simmons leaps onto that. Smashes it through point for 4 runs. Crowd go wild, and Dizzy Roscoe signals 4. Sheldon for his second over. Oh, that was short and down the leg side, and Berry really did get into a tangle there.
Yep. Catch it.
That certainly isn't a weakness. Sheldon follows it up by 1 outside the off stump, which Berry leaps on and smashes down to the car park for 4. Wonderful follow through. Magnificent. Bit of right arm dibbly dobbly with Walton 22 for none off 3 overs.
Yeah. Catch it.
And Simmons isn't letting him settle. Straight away over the top of extra cover for 4. Immediately instigates a change of field.
Yep.
Short and wide, and Simmons once again punishes Cunningham for a loose delivery through the offside for 4 runs, and got to say, Walton making this look easy so far. Found the edge that time, didn't quite carry though. Cunningham's dibbly dobblies might be bearing fruit after all.
Yep. Catch it.
Or maybe not. Commentator's curse. Far too leg side, and Simmons pushes that one through mid wicket. Down to the pavilion, and another 4. Does like it out on the offside, does Mick?
Yep.
Just
catch.
like that. Again, bit of room on the offside. Mick leaps on it. Jim Walmsley signals 4 as the ball rockets out to the cover point boundary. Free flowing shot from Mick Berry there. Really has been outshone by his younger opening partner, but Mick's trying to keep up with him.
Yeah.
And again, freedom outside that off stump, and Berry punishes it. Consecutive 4s, almost identical. Again, really good line. Play and miss from Simmons. Not seen much of that from him.
Yep. Catch.
But Simmons leaps onto that one. Middle and leg, lifted over the top square leg. Down into the car park for 4, and he continues on his way. Goes to 28 now. Really is looking in fine form. Despite missing a large proportion of winter nets as he was revising for exams.
It.
Hit it out to the cover boundary. There's a man out there. Misfield. They're running for 2 on the misfield. Looks like they're going to get home comfortably. That's... Oh, now then. That's nipped back a little bit. Bit of turn and... not out. It may just have hit him outside the line. Jim Walmsley reluctant to put his finger up. Indeed it did. Impact outside the line. So good decision by Jim there. Trying to emulate his hero Ian Botham by the looks of things.
Yep.
Rocked onto the back foot there, Mick. Hasn't really got hold of it. And coming back for 2. Matt gets the slide out, and we really don't need to see Mick running young Matt out here. It really would be a tragedy.
Yeah.
Straight out of Farmers Weekly, that one by Mick Berry, and oh, they have coming back for the 2 again. Oh, that's close. We were just saying a run out would be tragic, and it looks like Mick may well have hung his young partner out to dry there. Looks like he's just gone by 3 or 4 inches. This could be the breakthrough that BAC needed. Young Matt Simmons gone for a brilliant 31 off 24 balls. Brings the legend that is Bob Nuttall back to the club this year. He'll be on strike to face Vara.
Yep. Catch.
Bob knocks one, first ball, down to fine leg for 4. Bob, we know, is a very attacking batsman, and no real surprise to see him get off the mark in such a way. Brings Nuttall back onto strike.
Yep.
And again, attacking by Bob, flicks that away down to back of square leg, well fielded down there. And again, slight bit of confusion there. Looks like Berry sent Bob back. Well, he came back for 2 in the end. Oh, just a little bit of turn again. Traps Berry on the crease. May have actually been doing a little bit too much, if anything.
Yep.
That's nicely played by Berry. Pick that one off his legs nicely. Come back for 2. And then gets in.
Nice.
Missed out on one outside off there.
Yep. Catch.
Well, no it doesn't. It's Nuttall finds the gap at extra cover. Superb shot from Bob. There's a decent length from Cunningham, but Bob managed to get underneath it and cracked it away. Good cricket from Walton, though, realising they don't need to play the big shots, find the gaps, push for 2s.
Yep.
But Bob just ignores that and does find the gap for another 4 down to extra cover, much like the one early in the over. Hit on the up. Well controlled by Bob, that. Not necessarily easy to hit the ones on the up for 4 like that, but Captain Mick Berry back onto strike. 32 from 28 balls.
Yep. Catch.
Pick that up, lovely. Backwards of square. 1 bounce 4 into the car park. Hopefully that doesn't go through the fence into the houses. Superb shot from Berry. Moves on to 36.
Hey.
Look, to get into a little bit of difficulty there, making. He's found that leg stump line just back of a length difficult all the way through this innings. It's the one area where he's looked a bit susceptible.
Yep. Catch.
It's a wonderful, wonderful cricket shot by Bob Nuttall. Sheldon really not troubling him enough here. Room for Bob to free his arms, and flowing shot through extra cover for 4. Oh! I wonder if Nuttall's alright. It was a dangerous ball from Sheldon. Good reply to getting hit for 4 previous ball. That could have rattled Nuttall. Consummate batting performance this by Walton. Really showed BAC what they needed to do. Just 6 needed.
Waiting. Yep.
Again, Nuttall finds the deep mid-wicket boundary. Oh, there's trouble here. Oh no, this will be a tragic way for Berry to be run out. And he's gone. Again, a miscommunication. Good fielding at the outfield by BAC this time. But Berry, after getting to a terrific 44, is run out. But with Waltondale only needing 5 or so for the victory, I don't think he'll be overly bothered by it. But
The dismissed batsman.
Berry's gone for 44, run out by Phil Atherton. Terrific innings, Mick Berry. Well done. Brings Bolton on to strike. 4 needed.
Yep, catch it.
And that's it. First ball, full toss. Bolton puts it away. 1 bounce 4 into the side screen. And Waltondale chased down this woefully short target of 118 with ease. Great opening stand of 50 by Berry and young Matt Simmons, followed up with another 50 stand of between Berry and the veteran Nuttall. It was a superb performance by Mick's third team, and they get off with a win to start the season. So there's the scorecard. 117 for 7 BAC, 118 for 2 Waltondale. Man of the match Mick Berry for his 44, although Matt Simmons certainly played his part, as did Saheed Vahalawala in the field. Well played to both teams. Thank you everybody for watching as usual. We'll be back next week with the first team.